Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter. So one of my requests is going back to one of my first off the mat characters is to do Ladybug again. So what's funny is Ladybug was the first one that I did um, before it was my learning experience. So um, I wish I still had it so that I could compare how I did it the first time and whether or not I would do it that way again. Who knows? I'm gonna guess no because I'm looking at some of these things and I probably would have contoured and I probably didn't and I just sliced it. But anyway, so I'm excited to show you how to do this. She was lovely in person and I fell in love even with all my mistakes. So now if I redid it, I feel like this would be an amazing character because I did her hair. I did everything in glitter. So this is I did do blue. Did a blue glitter cardstock for her hair, a lighter blue for her eyes. Everything was just shimmery and shiny. And I had met some friends at a restaurant, and so I ran into just lots of families, and everyone, all the little kids wanted it so badly. So anyway, so let's get started. Let's do her 30 inches. So go to height and type in 30. And I just tab my way through it because then it will adjust the width accordingly. So this is 20 by 30, which basically means I'm going to use I'm going to use 12 by 12 cardstock, but the way I slice it is I slice 11 by 11. So that means I'm going to need two columns. I always get my rows and columns confused. Two columns of three. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. So I feel like for the most part, so let's look at this. Her hair, I don't remember slicing her hair. So I think her hair was beautiful and perfect. Um, like her pelvis, this is one piece, this is another piece, this is another piece. Her leg is all good. This leg is going to be too long. So I have a feeling that we probably sliced it somewhere over here. And her arm is going to be too long. So we're going to have to slice it somewhere there. So I don't think that there's a lot of slicing though, other than the black background. So let's do this. Let's move her over for just a second. Let's work with our square. So in width, I would type 11. I like using 11 by 11 because I don't like dealing with half inches, and I don't think that we're saving that much by doing it because let's see, she's 20 by 30. So even if we did 12 by 12, it would have still been two rows, two columns of three rows. So it would have been the same either way. All right, so let's do this first one. We're going to go to the position feature, okay? But let's duplicate this first. And we're basically going to make 6 squares all flush together because that's what we're going to use to slice this background. So the first one, what I do is I go to the position feature and I pretty much just round to the nearest whole number. So this is 2.22 for your X coordinate. I just make that 2. Tab over, this is 5.778, make that 6. So basically what I'm telling the system is for my x-axis, I'm going to go over 2 and go down 6, and here's the tip of the first square. I always want to say rectangle. All right, the next one. If you put this one close enough to this one, then you, again, only need to round to the nearest whole number. So 13.167 becomes 13, and this becomes 6. And I can show you the math behind it. If this starts at 2 and then we're adding 11, this should start at 13, and it does start at 13. So now grab both squares and duplicate it. And we're going to make it flushed with the top set. So again, if you put it close enough, you can just go and round to the nearest whole number. So 2.056 becomes 2, and 17.22 just becomes 17. And we need one more set. So let's do that and put it down here and change that to 28, and I think we'll be good. All right, so I know we needed that. Let's just duplicate this for a second and bring these squares over here because we're going to need to slice a little bit. We know that. Okay, so let's move her over arrange, send to the front, and let's look at where we are slicing, okay? So this is the black background. So I kind of just want to see, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can really see the seams. Where do we want to slice this? What I don't like about where I have it right now is just this hair. There's a little sliver that's going to be cut off, I think, right here. These two pieces will be hanging out and we'll need to tape it to this side. So I don't like that at all. What I would want to do is, in this case, I would probably maybe do that so that I'm taping a bigger portion instead of taping little things, okay? So I think that looks good. So it's gonna cut right here. The red is gonna go on top of it here. And we can move this down a little bit. Then the seams won't go through this black. Oh, actually, it'd be fine if it went through the black. Because what I would recommend you doing is, once you place this red piece over, cut a black piece of cardstock and put it over this circle. Then you won't see the seam at all. It'll look seamless. All right, so this is, let's see, her face going through here. So you're gonna see a seam there. You're gonna have a seam coming straight down right here, which is all good. Where is that seam? The seam is here. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go through all of this right here, and I think that's okay. I don't like that this heel is cut off. But I think what we can do is let's grab these two squares and move it over a little bit. So now our seam is gonna go. Do I want it to go there? No. I'm trying to avoid this seam right here. I think it's best there. And it's going to cut through here. So that's all good. I like it. Okay, so let me zoom back out. We're going to ungroup her. Okay, so let's move all the colors over. So here's her blue. Oh yeah, see all of this? We'll talk about that in a second. Let's move all this stuff over. Those are her eyes. Eyes. The red. And her face. Okay, so let's slice this. So what we have is okay. So when you're slicing, you can only slice two items at one time. So we're going to be slicing one square and the image at one time, okay? So let's start here. And you see, I don't have to go all the way over. I just have to grab enough of it and I'll know, okay, these are the two items. And let's slice it. And same here. I'm just going to go up and around. Now what happens is, undo that. There's always a glitch with design space. I'm going to try to redo it and see if it does the same thing. Oh, it does. So let's undo it. Let's skip over this space. Let's slice over here. Now, I wanted to show you, if I went over this square and went into this second square, when I let go, slicing is not available because I picked up 3 items. So you want to make sure that you're just grabbing 2 items every time to slice. If slicing doesn't work, I would say for the most part, it's user error. I've never had an issue with slicing. So there you have it. All right, let's slice that. Okay, so let's move the black parts down, okay? So there's that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, what happened here? I don't know why it didn't slice properly. It took an extra piece, even though no way. But you know what? That's okay. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to re-slice it. Ah, me too. There. Okay, so here we go. We have this piece. If you're doing this at home, I don't know what's going on with my system right now. You shouldn't have this problem. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So this is 3 separate pieces. That's fine. You can tape that. That's not a big deal. Okay, so here are our pieces. Get rid of all your slicing results. Just grab all of it and delete it. Okay. This piece right here, what I would do is I would separate it because this piece could be cut with this piece. So it's 3 pieces. So let's have 3 copies of this image and go to contour. And let's just get rid of the pieces one at a time. So there's the arm. Go to the next one, go to contour. Get rid of the arm and the knee. There's our foot. And then we want to get rid of the last one. Contour, we need the knee, right? All right, so now these are all separate pieces. And that way when you go to cut it, we can be really efficient, okay? All right, so we have that. Let's look at this. I remember the ear being a problem for me. Let's make this bigger so we can really analyze these pieces, okay? Let's go grab our circle because I'm going to be welding a few pieces here and there. So this hair was super cool. This blue piece was all one piece, except for this is really narrow right there, but it is all one piece. So that's going to cut one piece. This is all one piece, which was really cool. And then you have a piece here. So this is 3 pieces. So what I would do is make 3 copies, go to contour, and let's get rid of this, this, and this. So we have our big piece. So our big piece is 8.6 by 9.07. Let's go to contour. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it's at 90%, sometimes it's at 400%. Let's hide all. Oh no, we don't want that. Show all. Let's hide this and this. So you're just selecting everything that you don't want. So what we have is this little bun, and then all we need is this piece right here. So let's contour, hide all. We want this piece, but we don't want this piece there. Okay, so now her hair is all cuttable. Well, it was cuttable before. All right, let's look at her ear. Her ear is in 3 pieces. I don't think we need it in 3 pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my circle. I'm going to make it small. And I'm going to unlock it, and I'm going to make it like this. And I'm going to make this one piece. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do this piece to connect that piece. I don't think this is going to make or break my image, okay? So let's weld that. So there's the ear, and here's the face. So what I would do is this is 2 pieces. Actually, we could do this. Duplicate, and we could do this. Okay, so let's slice that. Now we have the face, and get rid of this, and we have the ear. Same thing with the eyes, I would do that. That way you could just be more efficient when you go to cut it. You can space it closer together. See, so these eyes can be cut like this. Same thing with this. And you see, I'm using the same circle. It's totally fine as long as there's space. Okay, so see, and this can go in here. And now this is, why did it do that? What's missing over there? Just get rid of that. Okay, here we go. So now this is, when I go to cut this is a 1x1 piece of cardstock. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. What do we have left? We've finished everything but the red. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We still have those squares. All right, so let's grab a new piece over here, this new circle, and make it really big. Okay, let's slice out her mask. So there's her mask. Let's slice out her lips. Get rid of that. And I would just keep her lips together. You can even, when you go to cut it, you can put it in like that. So it's fine there. Oops. Okay. So now we have, okay, it's the best way to do this. I'm going to use this square. Let's duplicate this. Okay. And I don't know, you know what? No. So we have one, I'm going to count that together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. So, oops. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's go to contour. And we want to get rid of, let's hide all. So it kept this. Oops. Okay, did that work? I need this little circle. There we go. All right, so there's her arm. Let's go to contour. Let's just break all this up, okay? So let's hide all. We want this arm. Oops, that one there. Let's get rid of this and this. So there's her arm. Go to contour. So let's hide all. We want this with this circle. We don't want that. So that's her thigh that goes here. Okay, contour the next piece. Let's hide all. We want the inner thigh. Let's get those circles. Oops. Oh, and I forgot to undo. So contour, I forgot to deselect that. So there's her inner thigh, like right there. Contour, let's hide all. And we want the pelvic area. Oops. There we go. And that goes over here. And then contour. All right, so we've made our way. We have the 2 feet left, 2 legs. So let's grab that. That's okay. So there's that foot, goes somewhere over here. And then we got the leg left. Contour. Hide all. And I want this with these little dots. Don't want that. Okay. Oh, you don't have to do anything with this piece. This is all one piece. So awesome. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I have this little guy up here. Right? That's it? Okay, so let's contour, hide all. I want you, and I don't want you. There. And that's a sizable piece, so we definitely want that. Let's move these out of the way. So I think the only piece that was too big was this. Everything else fit. So let's see where we can slice this. I feel like if we sliced it right around here. So, all right, let's just see. So if we sliced it right around, let's see. Let's slice that and see what we have. Okay, so that works. 10.3 by 9. Yes. Oh my gosh. So let's just look at this, okay? Really, the only slice that you're going to see is this little arm section. I mean, that is, yeah, and look at that seam. It's going to be like half an inch. Oh my gosh. Okay, I definitely did not do it this way the first time. I think I just sliced everything and it didn't look very good. I'm so shocked right now. This is going to look fabulous for anybody who does it. So let's go back over here. I think you're good. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of this. Let's just scroll back out and see what we have. I think you're good. So let's save it. Ladybug, 30 inches. And let me show you what it looks like on your mat. Okay, so let's go to make it. So her eyes, depending on, what leftovers you have, you can do something like this, right? That's okay. Let's see. What piece is too big? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's go back and look at her head. There's something going on with this head. Oh, it's picking up another piece of go to contour. Whatever that piece is. There. Now it's 8 by 10. Okay. Let's go to make it. All right. So again, you can move it however, the scraps that you have, right? You can do something like that. So here's this. I feel like we can move some things. That can be somewhere else. Okay, so this foot, let's move it. Move to another mat, and let's put it right here. Okay, so there's the foot. This can definitely be moved. So let's move this one, move to another mat. Let's put that, what's that little hand? I feel like, well, it can fit there, I think. Am I wrong? There. Okay, so there's the hand. So this, let's move this to another mat. Let's move that here, hopefully. Can you? Haha. Okay, so we went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of black to just 4. I think that's pretty good. Let's look at the red. So here's her leg, her arm. Yeah, let's start moving things. Let's see, what else do we have? So yeah, I would move some of these things. What I would probably do is maybe go to this one and change that to 12 by 24. And then that way, oh, that didn't help us. Oops. Because you don't have to have a 12 by 24 mat, although I prefer to use 12 by 24. But like this one, hold on. You could put 2 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock on a 12 by 24 on a 12 by 24 mat. I definitely prefer those 12 by 24 mats because I buy them in bulk when they're on sale, and it's so cheap. So that's why I always use my 12 by 24 green mats for everything. Okay, so that fit a lot of things. Let's move this over. I feel like I should redo this one just for my own collection. This is going to look so amazing. Okay, I'm just moving things. Okay, so that all fits. Let's move this up here. That's all good. So you're going to need 4 sheets of red, maybe less. I feel like I could do something here. So that means only this piece. If I can get this piece to fit somewhere else, then we would actually only need 3 sheets of red. Let's see if this will fit somewhere. Does that move anywhere? That works. So 3 sheets of red cardstock. Here's the face. Let's see what the face looks like. I would move this over, or however you know, or even this, depending on what piece of cardstock you have left. Oh, ignore that. Okay, let's look at this. I would move in like, maybe like that. Yep. And this is the blue hair. So cute. Maybe do something like this. Because the next time you go to use it, or maybe even this, then the next time you have all of this to reuse. And that's it. All right, thank you so much for that request. If anybody else, if you have a request, just email me, ann@theuselesscrafter.com, or on YouTube, post a comment, on Instagram. Everything is The Useless Crafter, and I totally want to do these for you guys because I think it's really hard to learn how to use the Cricut and learn from someone else who's not doing your project, but that you're supposed to take those techniques and apply it to your project. It doesn't always work, and it's just much harder to do it. So